Okay, check 1 2, check 1 2, testing 1 2 3, check 1 2, check 1 2. La 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 la. Goodness gracious, goodness gracious, goodness, goodness, goodness gracious. Okay, I got that out of my system. Hello and welcome. Welcome to Streaming Idiots. This is the pre-show. And you know how I know that? Says it right there. Yeah, there we go. We're in the pre-show. We don't have a guest today. Actually, our guest is an inanimate object, and it is in the process of running late. So we will see. We will see. Actually, you know, Kyle's teasing me, but there is a BirdDog Mini in a box within miles of me right now. I just don't know which miles. And as soon as it gets here, we're going to take a quick peek at it, if we're still online, and we can. And then we're going to put it back in a box, and we're going to overnight it to Dennis up in Birmingham, because he needs to use it tomorrow. And actually, Dennis bought a bunch of them, so. But we were one short, so I had to give up mine, at least temporarily. So that's the story. So who have we got here? Otis is here. Peter's here. Rudy's here. Kyle, the plunderer. Rick is here. Oh, wow. Welcome, Rick. I hope we can. I hope we don't disappoint you with the Mini not showing up. Steve is here. Maria's here. Michael's here. vMix is here. Wonder which vMix that is and what time zone they might be in. Todd is here. Daniel's here. Rod is here. And Rudy, of course, and Tommy. Okay, welcome. Glad to have you. And those of you that are saying, well, Tom, you know, oh yeah, it does. You can't really see much in the chat, can you? It's kind of a blanked out version. Let's see what we can do here. Can we do anything with that? No, we can't really. We're going to have to go into Chatwing and fix the coloration. Does the Mini come with comms? It's kind of a yes and no answer. Yes, it does, but they're not ready yet. So, oh yeah, Todd's got it. Kyle's got it. Okay, there you go. We never did get an answer. Is it a quokka on the mouse pad? I think that's what you call it. Here it is right here. And that's the guy you're talking about right there on the drums. I think that's that little kind of miniature kangaroo creature. Comms is currently a free download from BirdDog, but at some point it will not be free anymore. Michael Grays is in Houston. Well, we're glad to see that. Oh, I think, as he said, who was it that said they were in Houston? Was it Otis? Let me get back to that spot. Well, I lost it. Oh, well. Oh, yeah. Oh, Otis says he's Houston. Okay, there you go. Oh, vMix chimes in to definitively answer the question about what is on the new mouse pad. And by the way, I've been given orders from the top of the chain of authority at vMix to tell you guys to cool it on the mouse pads. My words, not theirs, for at least a couple of weeks, because they're out of town. They're at IBC. They're just not going to have time to deal with mouse pads. I mean, that's just the bottom line. As important as they are to your existence and mine, they're not going to be able to deal with mouse pads, at least for the next couple of weeks, while they are in Amsterdam. But if you're thinking of breaking into their headquarters back in Australia, they still have adequate staff there and security there. So don't think just because some of them are in Amsterdam that they didn't leave the Karate Kid and Chuck Norris back in charge of headquarters back in the land down under, as us Americans are told to say it, although I doubt if Australians refer to their country that way. All right. So yeah, we're watching our clocks here. We're waiting for the UPS guy to show up. I better go make sure the door is unlocked so that he can come in, or she, as the case may be. So bear with me just for 1 minute, and I'll be right back. Make sure that door is unlocked. Yes, it's unlocked. And there's not a gray van in sight, or excuse me, a brown van in sight, which is what we need. Ah, vMix is in an acceptable time zone, so they get to watch live today. Well, it will be underwhelming as normal. Oh my goodness. Let's see. We're just killing time, waiting for the show to start. Waiting to see what happens. Waiting for UPS. Yep. Let's see if we got any messages from UPS yet. No. Let's see. We better turn down the phone. Turn down the ringtone. Okay. Wayne, if you're watching this, I don't have a minute to spare right this minute. But thank you. I will call you as soon as we're done with the show. So, if you're watching us on Facebook, if you're watching us on YouTube directly, you're missing out on the chat. Martin's here. Hey, Martin. So, come on over to easternshorebroadcasting.com, right down at the bottom there. And you can get in on the chat, which is over here, which is going to disappear during the show. Michael Graves says, your satellite window is about to hit. I'm not the brightest bulb on the shelf of light bulbs. So there you go. Steve said, thankfully Tom sent me a white 20X PTZ Optics instead of the 12X I ordered. Oh, darn. Did I do that again? Gee whiz. Well, now that you've fessed up, I have to send you a bill for the balance. Nah, it's on me. It's on me. Oh, I see. The show should have started. Oh, that's what Michael was talking about, the satellite window. Okay. vMix is guarded by salties and drop bears. Must be somebody that knows the Australian culture. The UPS guy could be my guest. There you go. That's a good idea. Daniel says he's watching on YouTube, chatting on the website. There you go. There you go. And if you go to the website, you can pop out the YouTube. You can pop out the chat. You can go to Facebook and watch and pop out the chat from the website. But we've got the YouTube chat disabled, and we're not looking at the Facebook. So Nick got his mouse pad. All right. Well, I'm just a vehicle for mouse pads. I am not the creator of this awesome mouse pad, which you can have by sending an email in 2 or 3 weeks to an email address that I'll give you in 2 or 3 weeks. So let's get the show on the road, and we'll. I've got a kind of a substitute show that we can do if UPS doesn't arrive. So let's do it, shall we? All right, here we go. There we are. There we are. All right. Welcome to Streaming Idiots. I'm Tom Sinclair, your host. And yeah, we use that term loosely around here. And I want to give a big shout out to all of our vMix fans and friends that are going to be in Amsterdam starting tomorrow, I think, Thursday the 13th. Thursday the 13th. And don't forget to go check out our friends at vMix, at the PTZ Optics booth, at the X Keys booth, at the BirdDog booth. There are all sorts of our friends over there, and we hope you'll do a shout out. I understand that there is a meetup based on the NDI BirdDog folks on Monday night, so you want to keep your ear to the ground on that one so you don't miss out. They're going to go out and have they've got a new drink. They've called it the BirdDog. So you'll have to have a BirdDog. Tell Eamon that they're on him. So there you go. Also, we want to put an end to the rumor that there is going to be a sneak peek at vMix 22 at IBC. You might have heard that rumor around that if you go to the vMix booth at IBC, you can have a sneak peek at least a portion of vMix 22. You've heard that rumor. You've heard that rumor. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can't listen to rumors. You can't pay attention to rumors, because rumors are just like assumptions. You know, they say assumptions are not good for you. Well, rumors are not good for you either. It's kind of like gossip. You know, rumor is just cleaned up gossip. So don't pay any attention to the rumors that there might be a pre-release version of vMix 22 at the vMix booth at NAB. Okay, don't pay any attention to that rumor that there might be a pre-release version, a pre-release version, what might be referred to as a mega alpha beta version or something like that. So there you go. Don't put your trust in rumors to see what might be a new release from vMix at the vMix booth at IBC. How about that for a non-disclosure? Didn't violate my NDA for a moment on that one. So, but here's the deal. Seriously, if you do happen to see something like that, don't put it on YouTube. Don't put it on Facebook. You know, don't take your phone out and make a video of it by any means at all. And especially if you do that, don't send it to me at tom@easternshorebroadcasting.com. Let me give you that address again, tom@easternshorebroadcasting.com. Do not send it to me at that address if you take a look at this new vMix 22, which is only rumored to be coming out at IBC starting tomorrow. So there we go. We are also waiting, I mean literally waiting right now for the brown UPS truck to show up so that we can do our unboxing of the BirdDog Mini. The BirdDog Mini is the new device that is just like going to be released tomorrow at IBC. That is Oh, Kyle, I know why you got yours sooner than I did. Kyle already got his BirdDog Mini because you're just right down the road from the distributor. I'm like, hundreds and hundreds of miles away, and there's a hurricane in between me and them. But hopefully it's out for delivery today. Anyway, the BirdDog Mini is a neat little device. It's about the size of a cell phone. Maybe the aspect ratio is a little bit more square than rectangular. And it will convert an HDMI camera output into NDI. I mean, that's the basic concept. That's why it exists to begin with. And it will do it at NDI 100 megabits per second plus or minus, depending on the video and the number of pixel changes per frame. And it's smooth as silk. It's smooth as silk. And you will want to have one. You will want to have one. What it's going to do is it's going to mean that if you have an HDMI device and it's 200 feet away from your streaming setup, is you can just throw an Ethernet cable down that way and plug it in, and pow, you've got low latency, like, what is it, less than a frame of latency on full NDI. And this is not NDI HX. This is not NDI Lite. This is not, what HX stands for? It stands for headache. Not really, but it's supposed to be high efficiency, but it's reduced bandwidth and it's compressed, and HX adds latency. So what we're looking for is a latency in an Ethernet cable that is equal to plus or minus SDI or HDMI, and that's why you would start to use it. Now, the doggone little box, and I should have a picture of it up here, but I don't. That doggone little box will also do the opposite. If you put HDMI into it, if you put NDI into it, you get HDMI out of it. And you also can use the Ethernet for a communication tool so that you can plug into that box a headset for your camera operator, and you've got comms out there. And so it's really going to be cool. It's really going to be cool. And I sure can't wait to... No, not there. Can't wait to get it. All right, so enough of that. So if you need BirdDog Minis, the pipeline is beginning to fill with them. We have them at easternshorebroadcasting.com. You can get one sent to you as soon as they continue to be... I think the warehouse got wiped out of initially. And so we're waiting for the warehouse to get some more, so we'll see. Boy, things are comic. We are just have to criticize Tom's camera and his choice of wardrobe. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Let's talk a little bit about the vMix free. Tom looks a little dark. It's shady in the studio today. What can I say? The vMix upgrade policy. Let's get this clear because it's going to be a big surprise to some of you come spring. And so let's start the truth campaign now. If you go to vmix.com right now, today, you can get a free version upgrade for free. Yeah, that's right. A free version upgrade for free. So if you've got version 16, you can upgrade to version 21 for free today. Yeah, I know they want to charge you, but if you just download and install it, it'll work, and you kind of have wink, wink, nod, nod, their blessing. But is that negative conjunction that invalidates everything that preceded it. But as of sometime in the spring, kind of around NAB, when vMix 22 is released, you are going to have to pay to update to that unless you have made an addition upgrade within the last year, or just bought your vMix within the last year. So you're saying, okay, Tom, now I'm really confused. Here's the deal. The version is the number. So right now we're at 21.0.0.56, and the edition is whatever edition you picked. I'm using the Pro edition right here. vMix also has the 4K edition and the HD and the SD and the basic HD and the basic SD. So that's 6 of them. Did I run out of fingers? Anyway, so that's the edition, and you throw down your money on the edition, and then you get, at least up until so far, you get free version, that is the numbered upgrade, for now, up until NAB time, unless they change it. And then it's going to cost you, depending on what version, depending on what edition you have. Let's say you've got the $1,200 edition, or let's say you've got the basic SHD edition. It's going to cost you $60 to upgrade your version to version 22. Well, let's say you've got the basic HD edition, which costs you $60 to begin with. So you're going to spend another $60 on it. That means you're going to have $120 in it. But if you were to upgrade to the HD edition, which would be, $290, you would get the version upgrade for free. So anyway, just something to think about as you're planning your expenditures for the spring. Know that you're going to spend at least $60 to upgrade to vMix. Although, don't tell vMix, but we're thinking about doing some specials in the spring, like kind of what we call here in the States a BOGO, buy one, get one. So we might do a BOGO on the upgrade, the version upgrade, the $60 version upgrade. Anyway, we'll have more information as we put that together, unless we get banned by vMix in the process. I don't know why they would ban us. We're the #1 reseller for vMix in the USA, 2 years running. At least that's what they told us. So, and we sold. Let's see, what is this? September. We've sold 2 licenses this year. So we're going, man. We're on top of it. All right. Waiting on UPS. Waiting on UPS. Let's change gears for just a minute. And you do know, don't you? Hang on a second. Let me make sure we got this right here. You do know, don't you, that, ta-da, this is an infomercial. And here comes the commercial part. The rest of it was sort of info. Well, this is kind of info too. These are the products we sell. We need to add the BirdDog to that lineup and the Yuan card to that lineup. And of course, we've got the custom PCs right over here, right there, whatever, wherever it is, right there. Yeah. That we build for folks. Got one on the workbench right now. The idea is that PTZ Optics can run on PoE. That is, the power over Ethernet is PoE. But not just any PoE. I mean, you have to be a little knowledgeable about PoE in order to get it right, because we had an experience just last week where we sent a customer a camera on trial, and they plugged it into their PoE switch, and it didn't work. And it was like, oh, okay, well, let's find out what's going on. And I haven't gotten the whole backstory on it yet, but I suspect perhaps it was a 24-volt PoE switch, or there was some incompatibility with the switch. You want to make sure that your PoE switch is an 802.3 A as in alpha, F as in Frank, 802.3 AF switch. If that's the case, that will be 48 volts, and it will provide the proper power for your PTZ Optics camera power over Ethernet. I was talking to somebody this morning about power over Ethernet, and I said, they're going to be running cables. And I said, well, are you going to be using NDI? They said, no. I said, are you going to use the RTMP, the RTSP stream from the camera? No, we're going to be using HDMI. I said, well, you've got a distance problem. Yeah, we know we have a distance problem. We're not sure what we're going to do. I said, well, why not run SDI? They said, well, we don't want to run a bunch of cables. I said, why don't you get a Siamese cable? And they said, what? A what? I said, a Siamese cable. A Siamese cable. It's a twin cable. It's one cable, but it's 2 cables in one. One of them is Ethernet, so there's your power and your control. And the second one is SDI, which is your next to zero latency connection to that camera. So you've got all the benefits. It's a poor man's NDI in a sense. You've got all the benefits of the SDI and power cord and control cable in just 2 cables. And so it's really, really, really low latency. Rich says, don't forget how much wattage the PoE injector is. If it's too low, it won't work on distance. That's why the 802.3 AF standard is important, Rich. That's in the manual for the PTZ Optics cameras. And again, you know, we're not talking about just any off-the-shelf PTZ cam that takes PoE or any other camera that takes PoE for that matter. We're talking about specifically the PTZ Optics camera, because we did have some misunderstandings with somebody, and either their switch wasn't the right kind of switch or it wasn't operating properly, and so it didn't work for them. So that doesn't look like a UPS truck. So, yeah. All right, so big shout out. Welcome, Dave-O. Welcome. Let's see, Paul Richards is here. Hello, Paul. I love that audio effect you guys had on your show earlier today. I couldn't understand what you were saying, but it was really impressive. Texas Mike is here. Nick is here. Nick, did you get your audio problem figured out? I did have one thought for you, Nick. We'll just go to a little side note here, you and me, for just a second. What if you were to strip out all of the Alienware audio drivers? Because I think that's where your problem is. And just see if you can't just get some generic audio driver to work with that, unless you just have to have those Alienware drivers in there. I mean, you can always reinstall them later, but try stripping those suckers out and just having, you know, whatever driver Windows wants to install normally. Maybe it'll recognize it's an Alienware and install an Alienware driver, but I would have a go at that. I would. Rich is here. Rich is here fresh off of another live stream somewhere in the world doing jet ski racing. Thank you, Rich. You inspire all of us. Martin K is here. Martin has been doing some great testing with the new Magewell NDI device that converts HDMI to NDI, and we're looking for that. Nick says that he did try to remove the Alienware Audio HD already. Did you use a hammer? Yeah, there you go. vMix says, if you want a post-show guest, let me know. Oh, my goodness. We might have to flip over to post-show real quick. Yeah, vMix, we can do that, but I'm going to have to get you a password somehow. But that would be good. That would be good. Then we could put an end to all these rumors that we shouldn't be paying attention to at all. Doggone it. The best laid plans, or in this case, the worst laid plans. So, but Martin is working on the Magewell NDI device, which I think is going to retail for just under $1,000 here in the U.S. So we'll keep you posted more on that when we get our hands on one. Let's see, who else is here? It looks like Ken Benedict is here. Welcome, Ken. Glad to have you. Chris is here from the Kiwi State. And, oh, my list just rearranged itself. Let's see. Rafael is here from Germany. Nick was here. No, we got Nick. Oh, Jens is here. Yeah, if y'all want to meet Jens, go on by the vMix booth at IBC. And that will, then you can meet Jens. And I think Rudy's going to be there, too. Dewey is here. Hey, Dewey, glad to have you. Dewey's been on a tour out west. Jan is here. So Jan and Marie are a couple. Jan L. and the wife are actually a couple. And he married up, I'll tell you, that's for sure. That's for sure. Let's see. Marie says, just share my input screen again. There we go. And Rafael says it's not Germany, it's Poland. Doggone it. I think I get that one wrong every time. All right, let's see, Tim. we are going to do a vMix call for a guest, and it is going to be, let's see. I've got to figure out a way to share the number without sharing the number, because I know one of you will try to call it at the same time, because currently vMix does not allow you, doesn't protect a call. All right, Boris is back. Glad to have you, Boris. All right, vMix, here is your number. I'm going to put it in chat, and let's see. And I'm going to leave out a number. Ooh, aren't I smart? And then I'm going to give, well, and actually you're thinking, okay, Tom, if you leave out a number, we only have to guess 10 numbers and then it'll be it. But I'm not going to tell you which number I'm leaving out and what space it is. Of course, then Tim wouldn't know, I mean, vMix wouldn't know either. All right, well, here's the number. And then the missing number is the times we've had a conversation this year, Tim. vMix. I could private message him in chat. Well, there's a thought. Oh my goodness, gee whiz. You know, you can tell when somebody is distracted by being by waiting on something that's not happening. You get it? Let's see. Okay, hold on a second. Let's go back here. And thank you, Mike. Is that a private message? Oh. No, that's blocking him. That won't work. Let's try again. Maybe it's the little cartoon message icon. Let's see. Okay. So enter something. Well, let's enter it and see what happens. And are we sending it to somebody? Yeah, maybe. Okay. All right. Now how do we get back to chat? Nope, that didn't do it. Oh golly, I've locked myself out of chat. Let's try this. Nope, that didn't do it either. Wow. Got to be careful with all this new technology, you know, because you never know what's going to happen when you have it around. I'm just going to have to refresh the chat screen. And we'll do that, we'll do that, we'll do that. You know, there's some shows that you just shouldn't have done. This is probably going to be one of them. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is just too much. That is too much. And let's see. There was one other thing we needed to know. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. We're almost there. And got it. Got it. I think I got it. Sit tight. Don't go anywhere. Sit tight. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I think I got that right. And Chatwing has private messages. Who would have thought that? Oh, is that a truck? Wrong color. Wrong color. All right. Well, Mr. vMix, there is a private chat message waiting for you in this little thing, and if you, it should have popped up and given you a little pop-up there. So we'll see. It was all Jan's fault. Okay. Thank you, Mike. You're the one that saved me. That's right. And I've got that number out there, and everybody's trying to figure out, okay, what's the missing number and which digit is missing? Yeah, in hindsight, it'd been faster to send the code by USPS to Amsterdam, although, you know, you never know. You never know. Oh, Jens is not hosting in the vMix booth. Oh, no. Oh, no, but he's coming to IBC with the company he works for now, the only single premium reseller in Denmark. Wow. Well, congratulations. That's great. That's what we want. All right. Well, guys, let's end the misery on this. This is what happens when you plan a show and you depend on something that is over which you have no control. So it's a great example for those of you that are thinking about a show. I will mention on the way out that we are doing another vMix 101 class coming up next month in October. We'll have some information on our website real soon about that. It'll run for 6 weeks. If you're interested, let's say you're working with vMix, or maybe you work with it a lot, but you say, golly, I don't know what I don't know. There's so much in vMix, and I don't know what it can do and what it can't do, and I'd like to have a way to experience it, but I don't want to just dig into it and figure it all out on myself. Well, you can take our class. It's $129, runs for 6 weeks for an hour and a half, 1 day a week. It is live. And you will be in with other folks so you can make friends and have great group discussion. And the folks that did it last fall had a blast with it. And we're also going to do a vMix 201 class where we're going to take a deeper dive into some of the more specific features in vMix, and we're still working on the syllabus for that. We'll announce that as soon as we have it. Lots of cool things coming up in the fall. You'll want to be part. Stick around. We'll be right back for our post-show, which will be overwhelming, I'm sure, much like this show was. Bribe the UPS driver with dum-dums to expedite delivery. Well, I would have had to have bribed him last trip in order to get him here on this trip. Okay, here we go. Let's put this show out of its misery. We're out. We are out. Hold it. Let's see. Where is there? Post-show. Post-show. There we go. Post-show. We have a button on our vMix, our X keys, XK80. This is the XK80 that is called post-show. And we also have one called pre-show. And they do all of that stuff automatically for me. And I also have one that has Tom's third O/O. Can you imagine what that is? Tom's third O/O. And then, are my sound effects working? No, I gotta go get my sound effects to work. Okay, never mind. And then the big banana button is my cough button. There we go. So, vMix, if you are there and still want to call in the post-show and correct everything I said, please do. And I have put the, what do you call it, the vMix password, vMix call password in a private chat on, yeah, there we go, there it is. Private chat in the chat room. So if you can figure out how to get into the private chat, then there you go. Someone told me he got a quote from, oh, sorry, that has nothing to do with me. You were talking about other things of which I am not a part. Rick, if Rick's still here, Rick, there needs to be a class. Whether you teach it or whether we find somebody else to teach it, I'd be happy to put the logistics part of it together, but there needs to be a class for sports camera guys and girls for that matter. I'm not sexist on that. But there needs to be a class that they can attend that teaches them how to do the doggone camera work. And I'm thinking about for all the folks out there that are live streaming that need to be able to pick up some teenagers or some 20-somethings or whomever and pop them in front of a camera and say, here, go be the blank camera guy for this particular show. And unless you've got, and so many of us don't have comms, so we don't have the ability to communicate with our camera folks and say, okay, camera number 1, get this, camera number 2, get that. And Rick is saying camera ops are the hardest things to find. Well, they might be the hardest things to find because people don't know how to do it, and people don't know how to do it because they don't have the experience to know how to do it. And there's not, of all the things on the internet, I looked the other day and I could not find any video like instruction on how to be a camera operator. And I think it's just wide open, and we can do a service, do a positive service, not a disservice, to the industry by making something like that available. You tell your ops watch ESPN. I understand that. But you can't have all your ops doing the same thing. They have to understand their roles. They have to understand. Who was it? It was Doug that posted that great cheat sheet that said, camera number 1 is going to have these 5 roles. Bing, 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 bing. And Nick's saying the basics of balancing a camera on a tripod, Weiss balance, exposure, ND filters, IRE, definitely. And obviously you can't do it specific to every camera that exists, but you can. Daniel says he's waiting for his XK80 that he won from vMix and PI Engineering. It's going to be awesome. And whoa, that was cool. I just wiggled it. Or maybe I probably hit a button. That's probably what I did. There we go. That's better. So I'm thinking a camera op class. And we can pull some, there's plenty of bad examples out there, of somebody that's texting their girlfriend. Meanwhile, the action goes off the edge of the screen. You can see that every Friday night. But and we need a class on matching cameras. Absolutely, color matching cameras. I agree. We need matching cameras. It does help if all your cams are the same. Where am I here? I'm waiting for somebody that's already showed up, but his audio is like at 1,000%. Let me see. Let me bring him up here, and let me draw his audio down a little bit and then turn him on and see if I can get a side-by-side here. And are you there? I can't hear you. Hold on a second. Did I turn your audio off by accident? Or did you turn it off by accident? We don't have audio from you. Guess number 1. Okay. He's going to restart the call. And so just whenever you get audio, just jump right in. We'll be right back to you. And because I've got everything turned on here the way it should. We'll open Call Manager here, and he's sending 0 frames and 0K. Oh, well, because he dropped the call. Okay, that's it. It's BirdDog, that's right. Yeah. Oh, and he'll be back in just a minute, I'm sure. I'm sure. So yeah, let's get let's get a camera. Let's figure out a camera class. Doggone it. The vMix guys have made some great videos about how to use vMix. That's true. You think he's messing with me? I think he's doing this. He's saying, I'm just half the guy I used to be. Oh, sorry. It's just too much. That's just too much. We'll keep an eye on him, and as soon as we can get him back with some audio. He's back from outer space. Testing 1, 2, 3 is the appropriate response at this point.
Yeah, I think it's working now. Perhaps.
Perhaps. All right.
Perhaps.
Good. Good. It's very hot, but I can turn you down. There we go.
Okay. It's probably a good idea.
Yep. Yep. So, welcome. Where in the world are you?
I am in the Netherlands, actually. So, yeah, it's a fair way away.
A fair way away, I would say.
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah, so I don't know whether my internet's going to be okay. Yeah, I'm using the apartment Wi-Fi, so I don't know whether the internet's going to hold up. You're coming back a little bit sketchy, so I don't know what you're sending me, but I'm trying to send you back something not as hot. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
let's try that. That should have degraded me.
The show starts
quite a
on
bit.
Friday.
Oh, Friday.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So Friday. So today we kind of went down there, and I met up with Dan and Maggie and Michael from X Keys, and yeah, we tried to get in, but you have to wear hard hats and you have to wear safety boots and you have to have the whole kit ready to go to get in. So me and Martin tried to sneak in yesterday. We got through like the first part of the section, and then we got through hall, I don't know, 8 or something, and then as we were trying to get through hall 9, a Dutch lady yelled at us for not having a hard hat or steel-toed boots on. So yeah, we had to back our way out, unfortunately.
Aha. Steel-toed boots.
Well, yeah, that's what we call them at home. So like proper construction boots, you know, like so you don't crush your foot, I guess, if a giant stand falls on you, or you know, something like that, I suppose. So
you don't carry those as part of your IBC gear every year?
Surprisingly not. No. Last year they didn't really crack down on it. So like last year they didn't really have, you know, we were there, well, I think we were there Wednesday last year, and they didn't care as much, but this year, yeah, they're really strict on being safe for some reason, you know.
Yeah, they must have had an accident.
I guess that's fair enough.
Yeah, they had
possibly,
an accident.
yeah. Because, you know, at NAB, like, you can walk around there without any problems like the week before, but yeah, they had to.
Oh, it's crazy. They got those forklifts going everywhere,
yeah.
and oh yeah, I'm surprised they don't have more trouble.
Yeah, it's pretty full on.
So what's the booth number?
I should probably know that. It's definitely Hall 6, C13, I believe. So yeah, that's where we are.
Hall 6, take a right. Got it. Okay. Very good.
Yeah, so it's kind of a lot of the big, capture type groups, Blackmagic, New Tech, all those types of places, AJA, anyone that makes capture cards kind of in Hall 7, and then we're in a little hallway between some halls, but we're right outside the entrance to Hall 7. So, you know, it's the closest we can get to all the fun. But yeah, we don't mind it. It's a kind of a good little side shoot. We're not in the craziness of Hall 7, but, you know, we kind of have a lot of foot traffic and people can come and find us fairly easily, so it's not too bad. Good deal.
Good deal. So is there any truth to the rumor? Just put you on the spot here.
So I I loaded up the stream because I'm like, I'll sit down and watch it. You know, I got home from hanging out with the X Keys guys, and because they flew in. I think they got in late this morning, but obviously they haven't slept, so they were trying to like stay awake as long as possible before, you know, trying to sleep. So I got back here and I'm like, oh, I'll watch Tom's show, and I thought it was 2 p.m. Eastern, but I always get that wrong. So just as you started and the guy wasn't showing up, I'm like, I'll try and see if I can get like the capture device. So we've got one of those U1 HDMI capture card dongle things. But Martin's got it. So I texted him and I got it off him, but we were just having a chat about stuff in general. And I could hear you in the background talking, but I couldn't actually see what you said. So fill me in as to what you said, and then I'll let you know what my response is.
Huh. So I've got a chance to get out of this. Okay. So I can tell him anything. And, well, just that I had heard a rumor that there might be a pre-alpha edition of vMix 22 on a little miniature computer that you could look at IBC.
Like a computer for ants or something, like a tiny
computer. Yeah. What do you call that little kangaroo guy, this guy right here? What do you call him?
It's a Quokka.
Quokka, yeah. A Quokka computer.
Yeah.
A little Quokka pad.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I've seen some pre-alpha. There needs to be a word prior to alpha, but I guess that's the start of the Greek alphabet. I guess that's how it works. So yeah, there's nothing really before that. So I have played around with some pieces of, you know, what the next version or the next features will be. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly where it's at. Martin's probably doing stuff to it now. So
oh, good.
I guess we'll see. For all I know, no, but possibly. So I'll have to wait and see tomorrow or the next day to see what exactly exists on the computer.
Could have a full-blown version by the end of IBC. You know, it starts out one day as an alpha, the second day it becomes a beta, and then by the end of IBC, it's ready to be released. Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure exactly what, where it's going to be, or yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
I also understand exactly there's a rumor that there is a mouse pad that's only this big that you guys are going to have at IBC. Apparently, it's a small for very, very small mice.
See, the thing is, right? I could actually, because you've got this crop box, I could show you the mouse pad, but no one can see it. How's that sound?
Ooh!
Let's
I like
try and do that.
I like that. Hold on a second.
Hang on a sec. Let's see if we can. I'm actually using it as a mouse pad.
No.
Like for real. No. Yeah, I'm actually using it. How's that?
Oh,
so don't make me full screen. So just leave this.
No, I'm making you full screen on the big screen. Yeah.
On yours. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
All right. We'll see how close we can get this without it showing. Oh. So yeah, that's what it looks like.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. How can I get one?
I don't know.
You didn't get the ones I sent you yet, did you? Before you left?
No, we wouldn't have. No, they didn't arrive.
They'll be waiting for you when you get back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Look forward to it.
I was going to put a present in there, but I couldn't figure out what to get you.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm probably just not going to like it anyway. If it's not something extremely specific that I like, you know, if it's not like a Quokka doll or something, I'm not, you know how it is.
Oh, well, yeah, we've got those all over the place here in Alabama.
He could have sent me a gator, a stuffed gator or something.
Oh, no, not a gator. Maybe. Not a gator. Oh, yeah. Now we sent you a Roll Tide elephant. How about that?
Oh yeah, that's all right.
There we go. Next time.
That's not too bad. Yeah, it looks like. So I'm trying to half read. If my face goes wider, it's because I'm trying to read this chat as well at the same time.
Yeah.
Is Martin S Martin Steed, or is that's a different Martin, isn't it?
Martin Steed.
There's so many Martin S's, it's crazy. But that's a different Martin, right? That's in the chat.
I think that's Martin Steed. Because I think he's.
Is it?
I know a bunch of the World of Live Streaming guys were going to come to IBC just so they could see you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that at all, but yeah, I think a few of them are coming over. I mean, Rudy's going to be in our booth, so he's one of the kingpins of the walls. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely be there.
The Godfather. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
All right. So, are you going to do any biking while you're there?
Yeah, did a bit of biking yesterday. As you probably know, Martin's an avid cyclist. I think I told you last year that me and Jens were trying to keep up with him, and we just gave up. And he ended up 100 meters ahead of us as we were riding along. So yeah, he's a good cyclist. I am not. So yeah, we did a bit of cycling yesterday, from the hotel to the Rye, and then back around to somewhere else where Martin had to buy some bike chain fluid, and then back around again. So we probably did, I don't know, 30 Ks yesterday or something. So yeah, nothing too extreme, but yeah.
30K is not extreme?
Oh, not really. Not for cycling, I don't think. But yeah, it's jet lagged and no sleep. But yeah, no, it's fine. The hotel bikes aren't exactly great quality, so yeah, it makes it a little bit difficult. But yeah, just a little bit of cycling here and there. But it's a lot. Like the cycling here is really great. Like there's separate cycle lanes and everything for people with their own traffic lights and that type of thing. So it's fantastic.
All right. So
yeah, if you ever come to IBC, hire a bike and just ride around the city.
Well, I think I'm going to try to come next year. We'll see. Depending on what big stuff is happening there.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff. We saw some signs, interior signs, and posters and stuff for some NDI things from a big company. So we'll see what it is. We were trying to work out based on the photo what it was, like what attachment it was to this existing product, and we're like, what? Yeah. So we'll see how it works, whether it's input or output or what it's there for. But yeah, that's something that we'll have to wait and see, I'm assuming, in the upcoming days.
Okay. Good.
Good.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you gonna? I'm lost. I've got 5 different thoughts, all trying to get out of my mouth at the same time, and they fought with each other, and so they didn't make it. So,
okay.
What'd you have for dinner?
We actually we went to some pub on a corner somewhere right near the convention center. So it was nothing exciting. It was like a cheese and ham toasted sandwich. So
okay, one of my favorites.
So yeah, it's pretty exotic, I know. But yeah, that's where the X Keys chose to go. I think the drinks were more important on the type of food or the quality of food. So
I got you.
That's what we had. Yeah.
Well, you got to look out with those X Keys folks.
We kind of went for a walk.
Those X Keys folks.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember hanging out with you and them last year, at NAB.
Oh, yeah.
And, it was wild. You never knew it was
Well,
going to
Maggie's
happen
here,
next.
so you know that it's always going to be an interesting time.
Yeah,
So
they didn't bring
we had
Miranda
dinner
to
and then we
this
went for a walk. No, we tried to find some. Someone can correct me, but we tried to find some stroopwafel. As we were walking along, we were trying to find some dessert, but everywhere shut at 6 o'clock, so we couldn't find any. We ended up walking all the way down the main road for a while and gave up. And as we turned around, we realised that out the front of the actual restaurant that we were was like an ice cream place that was literally 10 metres from where we were. So we walked a couple of kilometres down the road only to find that we could have walked 10 metres to where we wanted to go. So
Well, now you know for tomorrow. There you go.
yeah, well, that's right. Yeah, Maggie let them know that she would definitely be back. So it's just across the road from the RAI, which is handy for everybody wanting bikes. Not bikes, sorry, ice. I'm still half asleep. So Martin S is Martin Stuckey or Martin Steed?
I think
right?
Martin S. is Martin Steed, yeah. Not Martin Stuckey,
Right, okay.
not Martin Sinclair. Yeah, so what time
Yeah,
is it
right,
for you?
okay. My
Like
laptop is still set
6
to
in the morning?
in Amsterdam.
No, in Australia.
Oh, yeah, in Australia, it's my laptop's set to it. Yeah, it's about 6 o'clock on Thursday morning.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's currently 10 o'clock here at night in Amsterdam.
At night. On Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always good fun.
So if you were at
So,
home,
yeah, I was just letting
the
Martin
show
know
would
that
start tomorrow. But since you're there, it doesn't start for another 2 days.
That's right. Yeah. So that's good and bad, I guess.
But
But
it
yeah, we'll
lasts
see what
longer.
happens. We'll see what we've got. Yeah. See what kind of products and stuff everybody's releasing. And maybe I'll get to see the BirdDog Mini before you do. So I guess we'll have to wait and see on that.
Sounds like it.
Hopefully they've got some at the show.
Well, they've been shipping them all over the world. They've got pallets loads
Okay.
of them, but they don't have them here. Oh, well.
Yeah, right. That's a
It's going to be
shame.
interesting. It's going to be interesting. You know,
Yeah, 'cause
what's
we don't
really
have
going to
one
be
at home
interesting
either.
is just to talk politics for a second. If the U.S. government decides to do some tariffs on Chinese imports that include electronics, or is the BirdDog made in China or Taiwan? I know the Yuan stuff is
I
made in
don't
Taiwan. And I think the Madewell
Yeah,
stuff
because
is
the
made in
BirdDog was
in
all
China.
initially built in the US, but then they shipped manufacturing somewhere else, I think. But I remember whether it's
Uh-huh.
Taiwan or China or where it is actually.
Right.
But-
Well, it
Yeah.
definitely could get sticky if there was a 25% tariff all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Trade
That's,
wars.
Yeah.
That's the beauty
It'll
of
be interesting
software.
to see what happens.
That's the beauty of software.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, hardware is not fun.
Well, if you and Martin decide to get in the hardware business again, don't do it in California.
Yep.
Come down here to Alabama and do it. You know, we don't have
Okay.
unions. We don't have all the regulation that you guys dealt with. I mean, every time y'all turned around, you were getting socked with a tax or a license or a fee or something like that. And no.
Yeah, it's amazing the amount of things that you just don't think of with hardware, like the amount of licensing and that type of thing that you have to
Yeah.
put into it, and
Yeah.
stuff that just pops out of nowhere. Which I'm pretty sure that a lot of hardware companies will, probably some of the dodgier ones, don't consider and probably don't pay for. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you don't really realize what you need to do.
It's just legalized extortion is what it is. They want to sell you a license to do business, but you don't get any benefit by it. You just don't get arrested. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty good positive, though, I guess.
All right, so there's somebody in chat called vMix Freak.
Okay.
And Jan thinks that that person is a programmer from Studio Coast, PTY.
Right, okay. I think someone changed their name. That's the same.
It's the same
logo.
icon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
the same
that's
icon.
funny.
It's just.
Oh, that's too
Yeah, I
funny.
think. Yeah, I was just letting Martin know. Martin know that you could. That I sent him some mouse pads. That's all I was going to let him know. Because yeah, he sent through an email, and I was just going to let him know that I sent through some mouse pads for him and the crew at Madewell as well, if he wants to pass it along to them. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Well, you're going to need a European distributor for mouse pads.
Yeah, maybe. Just don't publish it anytime soon because I'm not home, so I don't check the mousepad email. While
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
did.
at home, so
I mentioned that at the beginning of the show. If anybody wanted one, they were going to have to wait a month. And to,
yeah, it's going to be a while.
To send an email to I want to wait for a mousepad at vmix.com.
I was thinking about putting an autoresponder on the email account, but I decided not to.
Oh, that would be fun.
I don't think people would appreciate my level of humor from a mousepad email.
Anybody that would send a request to get a mouse pad to an email address that says I need a mouse pad at vmix.com already appreciates your sense of humor. Oh yeah.
Maybe so. It's funny. Like I said to you when I talked to you, people send through emails with just their name or not even their address or like I want a mouse pad. I'm like, one please is all I'm asking for, just a please, or tell me a joke. You don't have to say anything nice about me or vMix. Just be pleasant. Tell me about the weather where you are. I don't really mind. Don't say give me mouse pad and that's it.
Yeah, it's an entitlement mentality. Yeah. I'm an American, therefore I deserve a mouse pad. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
unfortunately.
Yeah, I guess so. It's in the Constitution, right? What's the 10th Amendment? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's right. That's the 17th Amendment. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, 17th. How many do you have?
We have quite a few. There's some on sale, though. You can get one at half price.
Right. Okay.
No, the 17th Amendment actually gave states the ability to select their senators by popular vote, whereas previously their state senators had been selected by a vote of the state legislature, and so there was a lot of inbreeding and paybacks and that kind of thing. Not that and that 17th Amendment fixed all of that. Nobody has ever tried to bribe or coerce somebody else ever since then. So it fixed it.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, I probably need to let you go to bed because it's 10 o'clock there.
Yeah. If you're trying to boot me, that's fine. So just a quick question: is Jan in Malmö?
Jan is in Sweden somewhere, so I can help you with that.
Right.
much.
Okay.
I mean, he's a Dane, but he's in Sweden.
Well, yeah. I mean, he said that he's in Malmö, so yeah, that's interesting. So I'm heading over after here. I'm going to have a bit of a trip around the place, so maybe I'll end up in Malmö for a while. Who knows?
All right. A trip around the place. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, why not?
And then you'll be here in the U.S.
Why not,
in November
Correct,
for
yeah.
NAB New York.
That is correct.
All right.
So yeah, that's mid-October if people are in the
in
New
October.
York area.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah. So people in the New York area and they want to drop by and say hello, feel free to come on by. I've got some cool New York-based mouse pads that I've had designed.
Ooh,
so that will be
wow. All right.
that will be the next exciting thing. I think these ones are pretty cool. These ones are my favorite ones that we've done so far.
You say that every time.
No,
So
but I'm saying this one 3 mouse pads ahead.
For New York. So we've got the
so
USA one, and then we've got the IBC one that you only showed just the corner of, but you did have a Facebook post where you showed the top edge of it. Remember?
I was trying to. I mean, obviously, it's a little bit hard, but
that much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Just trying to drum up some mouse pad excitement. Is that all right?
Well, yeah. You're going to take over the mouse pad industry.
Well, that's the plan.
That's and at the
'Cause
price you're selling them
hardware.
for,
you got to get you got to get your foot in the door somehow.
Yeah, that's right. You got to buy the market. You got to buy the.
It's the whole freemium model.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you give them away at the start for free, and then when people get addicted to your mouse pads, you just,
then you get them on
start
the
charging
other side.
for them.
Okay.
Yeah. And because they're not hard, it's not technically hardware; it's software still, in a sense. So
It is software. It is, and not only that, but it's very wearable. I mean, you could wear it all day. I could wear it on every show.
You should.
Okay. Boy, we have just
cool.
driven this one into the ground. So.
All right.
So, well, maybe we'll see you next month. If you make it to the South, no pressure. And if anybody's interested, I'll be in Orlando at WFX in November. That's that church conference that they have at different places every year. This year it's going to be in Orlando. So if you're planning on going to WFX, I will probably see you there at the trade show. So you could go to New York and get a mouse pad from Tim, and then you could come to WFX in Orlando and shake my hand. Because I won't have anything to give away.
I mean, you could always fill one of those T-shirt guns with vMix mouse pads. I'm sure the people that run the convention would appreciate that.
Oh yeah, oh that's a good idea. Just take a rubber band and wrap it around it. We could roll it right up.
Yeah.
And put it in the gun. And we wouldn't rubber band it. We'd just shoot it out like this, so that when it got halfway out, it would unfurl.
True.
And it would just
gently
float back to Earth. All right.
It's amazing. I don't think you would. I mean, one, I don't think you'd get in there with a T-shirt gun, and two, I don't think that. I don't think you'd actually get. Maybe you could fire one, but it's probably not a good idea. But you could always take some down. I think you mentioned that you might take some down.
And you can toss them. They will toss. They have a frisbee-like effect, and you can just.
That's true. If you meet up with any streaming idiots, you could have a frisbee thing with the vMix mousepad.
We could do that. We could play ultimate frisbee. That's right, there in the trade show floor. All right, sounds like a plan. Well, Tim, I'm going to let you go take a nap, as you would otherwise be taking a nap at 6 o'clock in the morning, back home.
Yep.
And good luck with the show.
Me.
Good luck with the show. It's going to be fun, a ton of fun.
Hope you get your bird dog soon.
Thank you. I hope so too. So does Dennis, because I'm supposed to overnight it to him today.
If it doesn't turn up, let me know, and I will have words with Dan.
Oh yeah, yeah. That will work really well. These are the people that took 18 months after their announcement to bring their first product to market.
Yeah.
So you have words with Dan.
I can see him in person though. Maybe if I look at him sternly, he might make sure that it arrives. I don't know.
Yeah, he won't be able to handle that. You have a stern look. I think it's the beard that does it. But yeah, yep. All right, my friend, you're very kind to come hang out.
Cool.
And I will
Alrighty.
see you.
No worries. Thanks for having me
later. And everybody that's watching,
all right,
go get a European. What do you call it? The IBC mouse pad or the Amsterdam Mark mouse pad or the what version is it?
It's the limited edition IBC 2018 mouse pad.
Limited edition 2018 IBC mouse pad. Got it.
That's it.
All right, that's what you want. Got it. And it has a picture of a little thing on the bottom of it, so you want to see that too, because you didn't get to see that earlier. Actually, nobody got to see it, any of it, did they? You want to show a little of it again? Just a tad.
That means I have to move my mouse. So, I don't know what side this is. It's funny because I didn't exactly plan on doing this, so my camera isn't plugged in. So I'm checking it's got 60%, so it should be right. There we go.
A little more.
Oh.
A little more.
Nah, that'll do.
Oh, you didn't show us anything.
Oh, you couldn't. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at myself. Sorry. See how far across we can go.
Keep going.
Plus, I'm on a slight delay too.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. There it is.
This might be one of the stranger things I've done today.
That's too much. That's too much. No more. No more. Quick, let's switch off that shot. You don't want to.
Well, I said that if anybody could guess what was on there, that they could have a free mouse pad, I'd send it to them for the first person. So, feel free to guess away.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
So if anybody stuck around for this post show, they got a better idea of what's on it.
Otis says it was probably steel-toed cowboy boots. That would be perfect for Amsterdam. All right, well, go have a good time. Sign a lot of autographs. Give away a lot of mouse pads. Get everybody excited about vMix.
Yep, just letting everybody know that the vMix 21 update is free, just in case they hadn't realized that yet.
Just the version update, not the edition.
Correct.
Upgrade.
Yeah.
We talked
so
about
anyone
that earlier.
that purchased after 2013, it's a free update.
After 2013. Aha. Okay, we'll make that notes.
That's the pivotal message. After 2013, free update. I have to plug it because Ben at home will be upset if I don't talk about videos that he's involved with, so it's something that I have to do.
Gotcha. All right. Got it.
Cool.
Got it. You're
Alrighty.
cool to come hang out. Very good. Break a leg, all that good stuff. Have a great show. And
Will do.
if you need my help, I could jet right on over there. So just let me know.
Yep. And I might see you next month. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a trip down to Alabama sometime.
Very good. We'll have a hurricane in your honor. We'll be about to that point where we'll get into the T's. Hurricane Tim. There we go.
Yeah, it's scary. All right, look after yourself.
All right, will do. Take care. All right. Well, that was great to have Tim on there for just a minute. And if you're going to be in Amsterdam for the IBC, of course, you're going to go by the vMix booth and get a vMix mouse pad. You also want to check out the PTZ Optics booth and the X-Keys booth. I think, I'm not sure if Yuan has got a booth, but I know Eric Pratt's going to be there. So go track him down too and find out about Yuan. And then BirdDog is going to be there, and I know they always have some nice swag. So go hang out there and get some BirdDog. So there you go. There you go. We're going to let the show run out for a bit, and if we do get the UPS thing, we'll probably just do a little video and post it later. The BirdDog Mini. So we'll let you know. Okay. We're going to run out for a sec. Let it run out so it doesn't run out on you, and we will catch you next week.